Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Noor Izzaris binti Muhammad Sofan. My metric number is Pbt2 Presentation. Today I will present my Android project called I Stand with Palestine. This app is created using Android Studio XML for the layout and Java for the logic. About the app, this is the main screen of my app. At the top there are 4 buttons: Info, Gallery, Donation and Detail. Each button will open a different page in the app. Below there is an image with the message I stand with Palestine. For the features, simple and clean design, navigation button to move between pages, image support to show important messages, easy to use and responsive on different devices. Conclusion: my project is a simple Android app to spread awareness and support for Palestine. It shows how to use layouts, button and image in Android Studio. Thank you. This is the info page of our Android app project. At the top, there is a little label, Info. Below it, I add a text section that explains the strong bond between Malaysia and Palestine. The text describes how Malaysia supports Palestine through political support, humanitarian aid, scholarship, and fundraising campaigns. I also include small flag icons to represent both countries. The purpose of this page is to give users basic knowledge and raise awareness about the friendship and solidarity between Malaysia and Palestine. Conclusion: This page shows how text and image can be combined in an Android app to deliver meaningful information clearly and effectively.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Aimi Dalina binti Azmizam and my number matrix is 10DDT23F1032. In this segment, we cover 2 important components in our design process. First, we have the design aspect, which focus on the structure and layout that defines the user interface. It ensures that the elements are placed effectively for easy navigation. Next, we dive into fragmentgallery.xml. This XML file handles the layout for the gallery in our app. It defines how images are displayed, creating a seamless user experience. You can see from the example that images are organized dynamically, showing various countries' flags and scenes. That's a brief overview of these 2 key parts. Let's continue to the next slide.
This is the donation page. At the top, there is a title labeled Donation. In this page, user can fill in their details such as name, email, phone number, amount. After entering the information, the user can press the Save button. The purpose of this page is to collect user information if they want to support or donate to the cause. It is designed to be simple and user-friendly. This page shows how forms and input fields can be created in Android Studio using edit text and button components to interact with user. Thank you.
For this slide, we have the design aspect, which focuses on the layout and structure that shapes the detailed screen of the app. It ensures that the elements are well organized for a clean and intuitive user experience. Next, we dive into fragment_details.xml. This XML file defines how the detailed screen is structured, managing the placement of text, image, and buttons for a smooth interaction. That's a quick overview of these 2 components. Let's see to the next slide.
I will be presenting the functionality of our Android app, which uses fragments to show different screens based on user interactions. The app has 4 main screens: Info, Gallery, Donation, and Detail. Each of these screens is shown using fragments. When you click a button on the main screen, it opens a different fragment with specific content. There are 4 buttons in the main activity. Info, this button opens the info screen. Gallery, this button opens the gallery screen. Donation, clicking this opens the screen where you can enter donation information. And lastly, Detail, this button opens the detail screen. When a button is clicked, the app uses a method called Open Fragment to replace the current screen with the one the user wants to see. The app allows users to enter donation details. We have methods to set and get the donation data like name, email, phone and amount. This data is stored in the main activity and can be accessed by other fragments. Fragments are used to manage the different screens in the app. When a button is clicked, the app replaces the current fragment with a new one. This helps keep the app modular and easy to manage. The flow of the app starts with the main screen. From there, user can click any of the buttons to navigate to the different screen. The app makes it easy to switch them using fragments. Going forward, we could improve the app by adding from validation to ensure users enter the correct donation information. This would help prevent errors and make the app more user-friendly. That's a quick overview of how the app works. It uses fragments for easy screen management, handles donation data, and provides a clean user interface flow for the user. Thank you for your attention. Now, let's take a look at the fragment info class. This is one of the screens in the app which displays information to the user. The fragment info class is responsible for displaying the information screen in the app when the info button is clicked in the main activity. This class extends the fragment class, which is a fundamental component of Android apps for managing parts of the user interface. Fragments allow us to display different user interface sections within a single activity. In the onCreate view method, we do the following. Layout inflator is used to convert the fragment info XML layout file into a view object that can be shown on the screen. Container is the parent layout that the fragment will be attached to. Save instance state allows us to restore the fragment state if needed, for example, if the app was closed and reopened. The key part of the code is Java return inflator.inflate r layout fragment info container false. This line loads and returns the fragment info XML layout, which defines how the information screen will look. In short, this fragment is very simple. It only inflates the fragment info XML layout to display the information screen. It doesn't handle any user interaction or dynamic content. It's just for static information. Going forward, we could make this fragment more interactive by adding dynamic content or user interaction, but for now it serves as a basic static screen in the app.
Next, we look at the coding aspect, focusing on the gallery fragment.java file. This Java file is responsible for handling the functionality behind the gallery fragment in our app. It manages how the layout is inflated and how the data is displayed in the gallery, ensuring everything works seamlessly. Let's move on to the next one.
Next, let's look at the donation fragment class, which is used for collecting donation details from the user. The donation fragment is responsible for providing a form where user can enter their donation information such as their name, email, phone number, and donation amount. This class extends fragments like the fragment info class, but it includes interactive elements such as text input fields and a button. It allows user to input data and save it. Just like the other fragment, the onCreate view method is used to inflate the layout for this fragment, which is fragment donation XML. View inflate loads the layout, the edit text field, et name, et email, et number, etrm are initialized to allow user to input their donation details. The button btn save is linked to trigger the saving action when clicked. When the save button is clicked, the onClick method is called. Here what happens. First, it collects the text entered by the user from the edit text fields. Second, if any field is empty, a toast message pops up asking the user to fill in all fields. Third, if all fields are filled, it passes the data to the main activity using set donation data. Lastly, another toast message is displayed confirming that the donation was saved. Here's how the code works. etname.getText.toString retrieve the text from the input field for name. The if statement checks if any of the fields are empty and show a toast if so. The donation data is passed to main activity using activity.setDonationData. Conclusion, the donation fragment handles user input for donation details. It validates that all fields are filled and then pass the donation data to the main activity to be stored. A confirmation message is shown once the donation is saved. We can enhance this fragment by adding more complex validation or even integrating it with a database or online payment system for processing donations. That's all from me. Thank you.
So here, we look at the coding aspect, specifically the detail fragment.java file. This Java file is essential for managing the behavior of the detail screen in our app. It handles how buttons and other elements are initialized and interacts with the user interface to provide detailed information smoothly. Let's continue to the next slide. So now, let's focus on the coding aspect in the detail fragment.java file. In this section, the Java code handles the email intent. It allows users to choose their preferred email client for sending an email. The app creates an intent and starts the appropriate email client based on the user selection, making the email process simple and seamless. Last but not least, we come to the last part of our coding section where we see the final lines of detail fragment.java. This is where the view is written, which is crucial in completing the fragment's layout. It makes sure the fragment's UI components are properly rendered and displayed. That's the final step for the detail fragment.java. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nushafina binti Muhammad Saha. My number matric is 1080-20F1046. I will continue explaining the output from our task. When the user run the Android, this interface will be displayed as a first page. Next, when user tap to info button, those interface will be displayed. It's about Malaysia and Palestine. Others, when the gallery button has been clicked on, the gallery section will be displayed. As you can see, there's had 3 pictures of a strong bond solidarity between Malaysia and Palestine. Next button is donation button. When user click on it, this form will be displayed. User need to fill all the requirements needed such as name, email, number phone and amount you want to donate. As you can see, this page has been filled the form and after done, click save button and it will toggle notification that said donation is saved. Now open details. Last but not least, you can see the data that user fill it saved to the details section. User can tap on email button to send the data to the email. This is example when the email button has been clicked. In conclusion, this project, we learned how to create a mobile application using Android Studio. We developed our skill in designing the app with fragment, using various layout types and adding key features such as a gallery to display image, a donation forms, and the ability to send donation details via email. This experience also improved our teamwork, problem-solving abilities, and our understanding of how to build a smooth and user-friendly application. Overall, we gain not only technical skill but also learn the importance of creating applications that can address real-life issues such as raising awareness and supporting donation for Palestine. That's all from us. Thank you.